why we have with us Mr. Electric himself, Mr. Edward Onglatko. Kaning Edward, sir, Mr. Edward Onglatko,
Yes,
unsa
James.
magyud how do you define an electric car? Unsa magyud ng electric car?
All right. An electric car is, well, I'm sure everyone knows about the traditional automobile, no? Which primarily has we call it an internal combustion engine.
Okay.
Then that's more than 130 years old technology, no? So you have all the components of the engine, the transmission, and everything else. About 10,000 parts. The electric car is so it's the powertrain of an internal combustion engine is, you know, you have to refuel, you have to do change oil, you know, you have the pistons there powering the engine. That moving parts, these are moving parts. But electric car, you know, you only have two major components. So that's just the battery, you know, that's placed located on the floor, no, floor of the vehicle in between the wheelbase. Then regardless if it's a dual motor, it's a all-wheel drive, but the minimum is you have one motor, no? One electric motor that powers the car, no? So that's how simple an electric car is. And everything else is the same. You have the body of a car, you have the cabin room, but again, to have no engine, to have less of those large components of an internal combustion engine, it translates to a bigger cabin room. No, it translates to bigger cabin room. It might electric cars might look out small outside, but interior wise, you have a very big leg room due to the manufacturer can maximize the wheelbase because you're not limited to where the engine is, if whether it's in front or at the back, but mostly the engines are in front, no? And yeah, that's the electric car, no? That's an electric vehicle, and you don't have to refuel, and all the household has power, no? So you can just recharge your vehicle, the comforts of your garage, in your home or office, and while you sleep, no, it charges, no, and the ranges are now. When we talk about 2-3 years back, probably you'll think that electric vehicles are only for the class A or those who can afford anything like from 3.5 million and up, no, 4 million and up. But a big change in 2022, 23, you've seen all the brands we carry. These are from China, no? They have the government made a very big move to encourage everyone to shift to clean mobility, no? So we have electric cars now at sub 1 million, no? So it's becoming more affordable and accessible to all class, no? A, B, and C, all those interested or in the market to purchase a vehicle. I encourage everyone to test drive a new energy vehicle to see the difference and experience the comfort, and aside from the comfort and the power of electric motors, there's a very big savings versus an internal combustion engine. Or at least 80% savings on your operating costs. Operating costs means your day-to-day operations. You have to refuel, or once in several months you have to do change oil. That's the cost of ownership. So that will dramatically be lowered by 80% because you don't have to refuel, and then for the maintenance, you just very very minimal fluids that needs to be replaced. Unlike the regular internal combustion engine, you have to check. You have to do change oil and a lot of fluids and a lot of parts that needs to be replaced.
Unsa ra may
It's
fluid, unsa ra may fluid aning kuan di Edward kaning electric car?
For the electric car, I believe you have only three fluids to replace. No, so one would be the coolant. No, the coolant. This is for the battery system's cooling system of the battery. No, the coolant. Then number two would be brake fluid, maybe once every 10 to 20,000 kilometers. Then the water. Water is for the wiper.
For the driver?
Jigs. Wiper.
Duarte,
Wiper washer. Wiper washer.
nakahinomdom ko ba? Bago lagi ko nakita clip ni Donald Trump, nag-ingon siya, nagipasud siya sa usa sa mga electric cars, nga gisudon siya, hey, look, everything computer. I don't get my facts from Donald Trump, of all people, but is he partially correct when he said that everything is
Yes.
computer? Is an electric car more or less a big computer?
That's correct. No. So when I don't know, I haven't seen that clip of Donald Trump, but when you go to the manufacturing facility of these EVs, no, these are all assembled by robotics. No?
Okay.
And then so I'd say an EV is a large gadget for a computer because you have you just have to you have the motor, you have the battery, and then you have the system. No, it's just that all the convenience features are there in one screen, and this screen you can control about almost everything. You can mirror your device, whether it's an Apple or an Android. You can mirror it to the screen, and BYD. We even have the karaoke app, and then you can watch YouTube there as well.
Sir Edward, why electric? Why should I switch to electric? Maybe you can give us the advantages,
Okay.
the pros, and maybe we can get to the
Yeah.
cons later on. Why should I shift to electric cars? Go ahead.
Number one, again, you won't have to worry about the fuel. You know, the fuel prices fluctuate. No, it depends on geopolitics or supply and demand. And I've been in the car industry for the last 20 years. No, a big factor is the operating cost. That's the day-to-day usage. No, the fuel. So the electric car is the solution to that because power prices are more stable. No, power prices are more stable, and per kilometer versus the fuel per kilometer, it's dramatically, it's about 80% less. And this is clean energy. I mean, when you drive it, you won't emit any carbon monoxide. There's no. It's clean emission. Aside from that, the power. You know, you have instant power and torque with the electric motors, and all these the battery and electric motors have 8 years warranty from the factory. No, so you have a peace of mind for the next 8 years, and those are the only two major components of an electric vehicle.
Kani si kuan ba?
Question,
Kani si Attorney Jingo Quijano and he's in the market for an electric car. So Jingo, go ahead. Take it away. Go ahead.
Yeah. I noticed, Ed, that before the issue was when it comes to electric cars and battery, no? But I do a lot of reading, and I noticed that improve na gid mayang capacity. I think, would you attribute that as to why there's a surge for demand of cars, electric cars, not only here but even in Europe? I guess the whole demand.
Yes, there's a very big demand in Europe. In certain cities in Germany, you cannot even enter if you're not driving an electric vehicle. I believe Norway and many different parts of Norway has about 97% of their population, motorists driving EVs. So the battery, going back to the battery, of course, this continues to be evolving, no? And just like solar panels before, they were expensive when it came out, but now it's very affordable. So the battery is the same case, no? Um, I've seen I've seen the assembly plants, and there are two major battery suppliers in China. That's CATL, CATL, and BYD. You know, so BYD has a vertical integration production. So they produce everything. No, so the battery that they developed is called the Blade battery. No,
Mhm.
so it's a lithium iron phosphate, and if you even Google or check on the internet, it's even if it's punctured, it will not burn, or there's no heat, no, very low heat. Um, so it's very, very safe. Number one. Number two, the ranges on per battery now is longer. So probably a few years back, let's say Tesla was one of the pioneers in EVs in maybe almost for a decade already. Their ranges were only at 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers. But nowadays, um, you'll get mileage range to from 100. The lowest, like a very small car, like priced at 600, 700,000, will get you 170 kilometers. And then we have um, let's say our BYD tank can go as long as 580 kilometers. No, so the ranges now are getting longer, and I believe in Cebu, Metro Cebu, if you're just gonna do city driving, that's more than enough. 130 or even 500 is more than enough. You
Kaya
won't
na
have to
kayo.
charge every day. Yeah, and then it's affordable, like, as I mentioned. Um, it's not anymore just for those maybe the 1 or 2% of the market who can afford electric vehicles. So we also sell Mercedes Benz. This we have EQ models. No, these are pure electric vehicles. It starts at 4 million and up. It can go as high as 16 million depending on the model. But we also have again, I mentioned we have BYD. Starts at sub 1 million all the way to 3 million 3. Then we have Chang'an as well. We have new energy vehicles, Chang'an. We will also have the smallest car maybe at 800,000. Then we have plug-in hybrids as well. Then I'm carrying Wuling as well, which starts at below 700,000. No, so
Kaning
we have EVs already.
Ed and hisgot mo ka in the beginning ba nga all of these cars are made in China.
Made in China.
There is still a strong perception nga Chinese products or stuff that are made in China aren't that good. Can you please speak to that? Tell everybody about how you feel about stuff that are made in China, especially cars. Go ahead.
Ay, misconception.
All the misconception. Okay, so when China's market was growing, it's growing very fast, and all the all the automakers globally wanted to sell in China, and they set up their own factories in China. Even Mercedes Benz, they set up their factories. Almost all major brands, no, and for a long time they've been selling in China, no. Now, China also developed their own brands, They also developed their own Chinese brands, local brands, and um, so to say that these major legacy brands, they're assembling their products in China. So these are all due to the workmanship, and if there are robotics, China can make all of those, and you have to source your parts and components also from China. You don't only set up factory there, no. So the supply chain also comes from China. So China, it's been already like decades already that China's making vehicles. So yeah, the mentality that made in China is not good quality. You've known what happened when Trump announced the tariffs. A lot of Chinese people disclosed that they are the ones manufacturing all,
Yeah.
even some luxury goods and all these
And
things. But
viral ba to, Ed,
yeah,
di ba?
yeah. There's like I know there's like what do you call this intellectual property issue there. No, but China on their own can make quality products. No, none of it is. I mean, if when Japan started manufacturing cars, or Korea, in the beginning they always had a misconception of their quality, but they've already proven it. Just like China, no, China is so what if it comes from China? They can, if they want to produce something uh, that's at par with the other brands, they could. They could. They have all the raw materials. They have all the technology and the people. And there's no point in them launching a brand that, in the end, I'm sure they learned their lessons, because the first generations of Chinese vehicles, really, that's true. If you talk about 20 years ago, that's true. There's a quality problem, but nowadays, so when you're local, when you're from China, I visited China for the last three years, maybe 4, 5, 6 times. I have local friends there because I studied there as well. None of them now wants to buy legacy brands or foreign brands. They're proud of their own brand. So it's not because of patriotism. It's because the quality is already at par, and even better in terms of technology and comfort. If
So
you
you're
if
saying,
you
Ed, yeah, sorry.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It's an unfair tagging, no? China is inferior. No, I think
No, no, it's unfair.
I think they've fought hard to disprove that, correct?
Yeah, and it's just because maybe there's a few people are able to travel to China, no. But in terms of AI, in terms of electric vehicles, in terms of mass transport, in terms of so many things, so many aspects, they're already one of the. I mean, there's the second biggest economy in the world already, no. So how can they have substandard products if they are people globally, source their products? And why is the US trying to put tariffs? It's not because of pricing. It's because they really have products that can compete. They have products that can really compete. I mean, everything that we use now, from gadgets, cell phone, to everything that you shop online, probably Shopee or Lazada, these are all from China. Temu, these are all from China.
Yeah, and then most mobile phones have parts made in China, right?
Oh yeah, a lot. No,
Not all.
and then
Yeah,
even so even legacy brands, again, they source. That's why it's a big problem for Trump to impose tariffs even on Mexico and Canada, because a lot of those components from those car manufacturers and assemblers still source from China.
He's a doctor of music.
yeah. You mentioned earlier you've been in the car industry for a long time. Diba nagkari maka other, right? Like, was it Hyundai ba
Yeah,
ito yung mga dala?
yeah. So I've been a Hyundai dealer for. I was a Hyundai dealer. We were carrying it 22 years.
Yeah. So
22
also,
years.
how's it affected the sales sa regular vehicles compared to EV? How would you take over na ba ang EV market?
Yes, it's the the EV adoption is growing by the month, and I believe last month, April, the total car industry, all the brands had decline, no? Negative growth year on year,
Wow.
while it's only BYD who has almost 1,000% growth. Because I guess people are already um, embracing electric vehicle, and they know that again, it's accessible to all segments, all markets. No, prior to that, you'll see a lot of people buying electric vehicles, but these are all the top 1% business owners, because who brought in EVs first. Maybe Audi, and then Mercedes-Benz, BMW. These are luxury brands, no. But now again, it's for mainstream markets. For the mainstream market, there's an EV for everyone.
You know what, Ed?
And
I mentioned earlier, Ed, that Donald Trump likened a electric car to a computer, diba? In fact, I overheard somebody once say during one of the dinners that I was attending that mura ko nagpalit ka og cellphone, kano mo palit kag auto. So just like buying a computer, which Donald Trump likened it to, just like buying a cell phone, kaning cellphone, life aning cellphone, medyo mubo-mubo raman di ba? Kaning cellphone siguro, labing dugay ani, at tulo, upat, lima ka tuig, murag imong telepono, karaan na kayo, di ba? Siguro kaning sakyanan, masig mga 10 years siguro, unsa ba? Is this a correct assessment, Ed? Is this like buying a cell phone? Unya, pag human, after 10 years, imo yun yung ilisdan. Kaya kung dili mo mailisdan in 10 years, basig dili na magamit imong sakyanan or kuning if ever gali, ganahan mo ibaligya, low kay yung resale value. These are some of the things I hear during dinner. Can you please speak to that, Ed? Go ahead.
Yeah, so a cell phone, it can last long as long as you take care of it, no? The way you use it. But okay, let's go back to the cars, no? So again, we have 8 years warranty, and you mentioned about selling it after 10 years. People worry about the resale value. Number one, so right now with the internal combustion engine, you're gonna buy a car and then you'll spend a lot of money for fuel and the maintenance to keep it in good condition, right? And then you're hoping by the time you're not you're in the market for a new car, you sell it at good resale value. Now, I don't see any reason why an electric vehicle will not have a good resale value. Number one, so the internal combustion engine, I mentioned that you're going to pay a lot of money for the maintenance and operating costs. Number one, for the EV, you'll save 80% of your operating costs. So that alone, you'll save already, regardless you use it heavily, or you use it heavily, or you just use it to go to your office. You'll save 80% of your monthly expense on fuel. So that alone, you save already money. Number two, maintenance. On average, the maintenance cost of an electric vehicle would be 5,000 pesos a year. Versus, I'm sure you're familiar how much it will cost to maintain a car. No, as it gets older, the maintenance gets higher. But for in the case for an EV, it's not that way, because you only have the battery and the electric motor. Both of these are covered by 8-year warranty. So you don't have to, you have peace of mind. You don't have to think about spending money on this, no? So again, you only have 20 moving parts for an electric vehicle, while you have 2,000 moving parts for internal combustion engine. So you save, for the next 8 years, you save money. Then let's just say your battery, after 8 years, when the warranty is out na, on the 9th year, wala na, and then your battery health is 50%. Okay, let's just say the worst case, your battery is battery health is only 10%. Okay, 10%. That can still run, no? So 480 kilometers is the 100% for an Atto 3. 10%, you can still drive it for 48 kilometers, no? Now, by that time, if you need to replace the battery 8-10 years from now, I believe it's going to be very, very, very affordable, because as time goes by, the battery technology improves. So LFP batteries will be affordable by that time. So you won't have to worry. Like an engine, an engine, if an internal combustion engine, if you accidentally park it and there's flood, or you need to overhaul it and everything, no? Let's say it's flooded, and then you're gonna claim it in the insurance, or you don't have insurance, you have to buy a new engine. That's about 60% of the value of the car. No, you'll have to replace the engine. There are so many parts when you do overhauling. For an EV, wala. All these batteries, these motors are IP. These are waterproof. The waterproof system is not something new. Many people ask that what's gonna happen? Makurintihan ba ta if you're gonna drive it to baha or something, no? I'd like to say that the waterproofing technology is not new. And who would be the manufacturer who will make an electric car na makurintihan ang tao? Diba?
So are you
I'm gonna be
saying
a car
mas
maker, yeah,
sorry. Are you saying mas safe gali ang electric vehicle
yes,
kung drive that through
very
floods
safe, very
compared
safe.
sa regular car, no?
Yes, it's very safe. It's better in so many aspects. That's why I'm selling electric vehicles, because I've seen it and I know it's safer.
Okay.
It's safer. It's safer.
I read about battery swapping, and is that already here? Do you do that in China? Kung may battery swap?
Yeah, in China they have it under the NIO brand. But you know, I believe there's also a motorcycle company here, electric motorcycle company who launched battery swapping. You know, you cannot build battery swapping stations overnight all over the Philippines. So yeah, it's a good technology. But in China, they can do that. They can scale up immediately if they wanted to. But here in the Philippines, again, most of the time you're stuck in traffic. The range is 480 kilometers. Do you travel 480 kilometers in a day?
No.
Diba? Do you travel 300 kilometers in a day? Do you travel 170 kilometers in a day for a macaron? No. So you just go home and charge. Where do you want to charge it? Why do you want to charge it in a public charging station when you'll have to pay a premium? Somebody has to make money. The charging station has to make money. Number two, the battery swapping. The battery swapping station has to make money. Where is the best place to charge it? At home.
Correct.
So in the Philippines, we don't really travel that much. We just stay longer in our. You might think you're traveling far already because you're stuck in traffic for an hour, or in Metro Manila, you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours. But in reality, the range that you're traveling is very, very low. Very, very short of a distance.
You know what?
Siguro grab driver na Jig or lalamove Jig.
Oh, you know, nagingon man sila nga, there's a theory that goes something like, we only try to solve our problems now. Meaning to say, atong problema karon mo atong sulbaron. Ang kanang uban nga problema nga umaabot dili hunahuna na to. Sa Binisaya pa nga in English, kaning we don't problem the problem if it's not there a problem. So we're solving the environmental emissions problem here with electric cars, di ba? Pero ang if you look if you kaning look down the line, ba, if you upstream this whole technology arc ba, kung imong hunaon unsay potential problems ba, in other words imong i-predict bitaw ang usa sa mga problema kuno ako nabasahan is unsaon kuno paglabay ni aning mga battery cells kuno, Ed. Magunsa will we have a world full of kaning dead batteries?
The batteries are recyclable, Jigs. These are fully recyclable. The LFP batteries are
so
recyclable.
all
the components.
All of the components.
These are all renewable energy. You can recycle it. So, yeah, we can recycle it. All of this, we have not tried replacing any battery, you know, and because again, you have 8 years warranty.
Yeah, correct.
The battery life falls below 70, we'll replace it. So, but all of these batteries has to be safe kept by us, and then this will all go to the recycling.
Okay.
These are all recyclable material.
So, question, Ed, to our viewers, Ed. For example, if I wanted to shift to an EV now, can they trade in their regular vehicle now? Do you accept that?
We accept trade-in on a case-to-case basis, but yeah, you may bring your unit to us. We can have it appraised, and we'll see. No. Yes.
Yeah. How soon can they get their the car that they order? Ang imong supply karon, is it stable?
Supply now, we have a long wait list, no? But I believe within the month or early next month, we'll have the bulk of the supply. We will be able to serve all our customers waiting, no?
Okay.
And again, we will have by the end of the year 14 models of BYD, no? And then for the other brands, we also have new energy vehicles. Again, we're talking about electric vehicles, but I'd like to mention that we also have what we call a PHEV, Jigs and Jing, no? So PHEV is very, very different from the traditional hybrids. Are you familiar with the traditional hybrids, Jigs?
Yes, of course.
It runs both on gas and electric,
I test
right?
drove a Sea Lion. Is that
Okay, that's
a hybrid?
That's a PHEV.
Oh,
That's
okay.
A PHEV.
What's a hybrid?
Oh,
Yeah, I've never tried a hybrid.
Yeah. Okay, the hybrid is so most Japanese brands just have hybrids, no? So you still have the complete parts and components of an internal combustion engine. Then it has a small battery. But when you drive it, it's primarily an internal combustion engine, and then it just shifts battery to the internal combustion engine system. For PHEV, it's primarily an electric vehicle. Then there's just an engine to help recharge the battery. So when you drive an electric, Jigs, di ba you borrowed our PHEV and our Atto, I believe.
Yeah,
no?
the fully electric and the PHEV.
Yeah. So how was your experience, Jigs?
Well, sa Sea Lion, which was the PHEV, kanang magtabok-tabok siya. If it reaches a certain percentage of battery charge, mubalhin siya og kaning gasolina, di ba? Onya, kung ma-charge na po ang baterya, mubalik na ba siya kahilom ang engine, di ba? Kay medyo saba magamay ang mo-vibrate magyud ang engine, ang combustion engine.
Yeah.
Pero ang electric vehicle, ang electric motor dili siya mosaba, so magtabok-tabok siya. So ang ako yung nabantayan, Ed, is nakakomparar man jud og kaning fully electric, minus yun ang imuhang range anxiety kung imuhang sakyanan kaning katong PHEV, katong Sea Lion. Kay kaning di ba naka nga forever we have been using combustion engine good. Anad man gyud ta nga kung magpatubil ta, labing dugay kung bati kang serbisyo sa kuan sa kaning gasoline station 10 minuto siguro ma-full tank na ka, di ba? So taas na kay kag range. Kana magong electric vehicle ang charging niya porting dugaya murag siguro 30 minutos o sa oras mag 5% ra ang usahay ang mo patak. So kaning maproblema juga sa range ba hunona ni murag kaning mas maayo gini ang Sea Lion. So in fact I'm already made a kaning order for a Sea Lion. So mas ganahan jud ko kaning PHEV kay anad man ko og combustion engine manggod. Nagsunanay mi sa ato mga Tito EVs katong silang San Nicolas, sila ni Ryan, ingon sila nga kuan na bay kaning walang ka na anad nga kaning wa ka na electric car.
But yeah, so what's good with the PHEV?
What's that?
I'd like to say, ang PHEV na to, no? You can enjoy best of both worlds. I don't know if you tried it when you borrowed it, no? You can actually go on pure EV mode, no? So let's say the Sea Lion 6, it has a range of pure electric vehicle range of 100 kilometers. So you can actually decide if your travel distance for the day is within that range, no? You can go pure EV every day and then come home, then charge, because the battery also is smaller for the PHEV. I believe while you're at home, you're having dinner, 2 to 3 hours, it's full already. It's restored already to the 100%. Unlike the full EV, again, it charges longer because but if you bring it to a public charging station like what we have in BYD AS Fortuna, we have the DC charger. You can charge that from 20 to 100%, probably in 20 to 80%, maybe in just 15 minutes.
Pero medyo mahal-mahal. Pila man ang murag I noticed nga because I try to charge it in Evro kanang sa
Evro,
sa Ayalam siguro na sa IT Park. mura og murag medyo mahal-mahal do siya, mura man siya kung 500 pesos gamay ra kay siya og kuning og patak bitaw. So kung mo charge ka sa kanang public charging stations naman usually or eventually naman ay bayad, although free pa, napay uban nga free karon, di ba? Sakto ba ko, Ed? Napay ubang free
There are areas that are free.
sa SM,
no?
free pa ba sa SM?
Yeah. SM
Pero
and
eventually,
some establishments.
mubayad juga na eventually, di ba? So, ang akong nabantayan is, dili ba medyo mas maayo yun nga home charging station para mas barato yun?
Yes, the best is really to charge at home because again, I mentioned earlier, this public charging station, they also have to recover their investment, no? So
Right,
this
correct.
just treat it as emergency siguro, no? If you're not able, you forgot to charge at home. But yes, the best is to charge at home because I believe here in Cebu our VECO rate is at 12 to 15 pesos per kilowatt. And I believe sa public charging stations they charge maybe 33. But again, 33 per kilowatt. Again, if you convert all of those and compare it to fuel, mas mahal gyapon siya, Jigs, per kilometer. Mas mahal gyapon. Even a 10% charge again can give you for an Atto, it's already for 48 kilometers, no? For a Tang, 10% is already. I don't have the actual per kilometer, but again, you can recompute it, but I believe 80% savings good siya. But probably if you charge at home, no?
If you want to if you want to be able to know more about electric cars, specifically BYD and the other brands that they carry, why don't you go to the biggest BYD showroom in the Philippines, right? Sakto ba ko, Ed?
Yes, we just yeah.
Asa gining location sa biggest BYD showroom sa Pilipinas?
So we just inaugurated our BYD Cebu Central Showroom. It's located in J. De Vera Street in North Reclamation area. It's that road where there's a BDO in the corner. So that's J. De Vera. So we are in between two malls, SM City Cebu and Robinson's Galleria. So yes, that's the biggest flagship BYD showroom in the country. It can fit 15 to 16 models. So again, we will have about 14 models by year end, and more models will be launched next year. And the second floor is our workshop facility, and we can expand it to the third floor, which right now is our stockyard. We also serve coffee there. We have a coffee shop and lounge there for not only our customers, for anyone who wants to have their meetings there. We have a coffee shop similar to our Il Corso. We also have a coffee shop, and we have a collaboration with Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf for our BYD Il Corso. Then of course BYD Ayala, we have a showroom. It's beside Ilaputi. The one in Il Corso is across Minan restaurant. Then of course our first BYD showroom is in AS Fortuna.
You have a question?
I have a question, Ed.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You mentioned about infrastructure ba, no?
Infrastructure.
Charging stations, and how is the government supporting businessmen like you, trailblazers ba? Nilahanan ko yung mga para ni forward thinkers bito, Ed, Jig, like ni Ed ba nga, bringing in this kind of technology, making it affordable pa good kayo ba? It builds the economy, it creates jobs and opportunities. Yes. So, unsa may gitabang sa gobyerno sa inyo for someone like you?
Okay. So, unsa gitabang sa gobyerno, no? So, I believe mga February or was it March of 2023, the president signed an executive order called the EVIDA law, no? So it's giving excise tax exemptions to electric vehicles and electric vehicles mainly, no? And
it's good, no?
It's encouraging local to have assembly or manufacturing. They manufacture electric vehicles, and I believe every establishment right now. It's not yet being implemented, but that's also
In the law.
the law that every establishment should have EV charging
Station.
no. So so the government is implementing that no through DOE, and we've discussed with them several times. And I'd like to also acknowledge, no, we have a lot of businessmen friends who also supported us with this charging infrastructure, no. AC Mobility has an infrastructure arm, and their goal is to have 700 charging points all over the country by year end. Now, here in Cebu, Cebu is a very small island. With the range that we have, you can actually with a pure electric, you can from Cebu City you can go to Bogo, or from Cebu City you can go to Oslo and come back. I've tried going to Dumaguete with one full charge, and I come back with 30% remaining. Why? The range that we state there, it does not include the regeneration. Every time you step on the brake, it recharges. No, it
you recover some part. You recover.
Yes. Now again, going back to the infrastructure, we have some friends like Prince Warehouse, no, led by Blake Go. He has more than a dozen Prince stores all over Cebu, no, northern and southern part. So we have some points, no, like the Roro points. Let's say Bogo, no, people wants to go to if people wants to go to Bantayan with their electric vehicle, so they can top up at Bogo, then take the Roro to Bantayan.
Correct.
So Prince Bantayan in Santa Fe also has charging station, no?
Okay.
So Prince tied up with AC Mobility, no? Let's say Toledo, if you want to go to Negros, Prince Stores Toledo has a charging station there, and Prince Warehouse is not stopping, no, because that's the direction of Blake to have a charging station for all his stores. I believe Prince stores is not only selling those groceries, and they have coffee shops there. They even have the BPI agency there. You can do banking in Prince store. So while you're waiting for your vehicle to be charged, no, there's a coffee shop. You can do a little shopping or banking, no.
Kanina ba si Jingo kaning Ed nani siya daghang kay interest sa mga laing-laing nga munisipyo sa Cebu o sa Midillion, nani siya mga kalihukan nito. Asa man ang location sa imong mga charging stations sa Sir Ed?
So in Bogo, it's in Bogo Town Center, kanang Prince Town Center, I believe.
Okay.
They even have a hotel there, no? Then naa sa Bantayan Island, no? So Medellin, I believe wala pa, no, but there will be one soon. AC Mobility is talking to several
partners.
Yes, partners. It's not only Prince. One that's upcoming will be in Axis in Vivo Place. Then several rural banks, no, north and south of Cebu, and tourist spots, no, and again, that's just for you to top up. But again, if you're coming from Cebu City, from your home, if you're going to do a long drive, you might as well charge it in full the night before, so you won't have to worry, no, and you won't need to recharge actually kung naara ka sa Cebu Island. Especially if you are driving a Sea Lion, you can circle the whole Cebu twice. Full charge, full tank, yes. It can full charge, full tank can get you 1,600 kilometers.
And you know what?
More than enough.
And you know what? To those of you who are thinking about unsa may driving experience, grabe jud kayo kanindot, Jing.
Oh yeah, instant power, right?
The torque of the thing is unbelievable. Kusog dali kay mo accelerate from 0 to 1 million, man. Like it's grabe kay torque. Pag human mingaw kayo, way vibration, and all the tech is there in front of you. So in terms of driving experience, dili gid ka makalupig. Mo na siyang, I think
Yeah.
if there's one kaning selling point good sa electric car, just the driving experience. Kaya kana magong driving good, mura ato na nang kon sa mura na to ato na lang gipasagdan nga activity ba. Pero kana magong driving experience, be it you're the actual driver or you're the passenger ba. Dako man kay na siya panahon. We spend a lot of time on the road. It's like our second home. Literally, a car is
Because
our
of the
second home.
traffic pod.
Because of the traffic, di ba? So, pasahero ka or kaning driven ka by a driver or can drive mismo, kaning dako kayo og impact kung nindot ang imong journey ba. Kay daghang kay kag mabuhat kung naa kay driver, kung even if kaning ikay mo drive mismo, daghang kag mabuhat kay na makahimo kag you can make a phone call kay nara man sa tubangan sa dashboard ang imong experience sa sakyanan kay mingaw, hilom kayo ni minus kay vibration, so
that's true.
stress reliever kay sanan siya ba. So yeah, I think if there's one thing, it's really the driving experience that's probably the biggest factor why you should switch to electric.
Yeah, biggest is the driving experience. All the tech is there. You can even update the software on the air. No. Number two, you can access your vehicle from your phone. You can check. You can turn it on, turn it off, check the battery. Let's say you're hearing mass and the mass about to finish. You can turn it on in advance through your phone.
Para mabugnaw, di ba?
Yes.
So, sa init man kaysa init, grabe kay karon ka init, di ba? So pandaro ni mo daan para mabugnaw.
Yeah, you can lock it, unlock it. If you forgot to lock it, you can lock it, and then you can monitor it while it's charging. No, let's say you're charging in your garage, and then you're in your room. You can check how's the battery status. No.
So Jingo karon sa ka mo reserve sa Jing kay dugay para maghuwat Jing. 2 months ra ba ko na for the Silayon.
I will visit na lang Ed sa yang office.
Yes, Suroy, and I encourage you before you decide, test drive all our test drive units, all models, no?
Nasa sila nindot kay nga pick up kaning katong Shark bitaw kato.
The Shark, yeah.
Wapo sa kay pick up nila kaning Jing.
Wapo na kanang padupa kasi mo auto ba na iuna nimo daan imo na nang i-live na nimo Jiggy daan, di ba Ed?
Yeah. Ha? Pwede ka yun.
Ha? Italing abot ako. Kita na ko sa naong ni Jiggy ba?
Sige. Okay. Do you have any activities, perhaps any events that you'd like to promote? I know that you just launched your newest EMAX, di ba?
We launched last April our EMAX 7. That's a 7-seater MPV, pure electric vehicle. Then the month before that, March, we launched the Shark DMO. So next month will be our Sea Lion 5. It's smaller than the Sea Lion 6, more compact. And on the rest of the year, we'll have a van coming.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, we'll have a van. And again, majority of these are the DMI technology hybrid. So it eliminates the range anxiety, and then you get to have best of both worlds. You can go on EV mode, you can go on hybrid mode. I mentioned about fuel savings. Once you save on fuel, once everybody starts buying, let's just say 20-30% or 40% starts buying electric vehicle, that will bring down the demand of fuel by 20-30% as well, no? So when the fuel demand is lower, no, of course the price will
decrease also.
Normalize, no? Yeah, for fuel. So it's actually, when you're buying an EV, you're actually helping those even internal combustion engine drivers, because in the long run, the fuel price will go down as well, no? If they're not yet in the market for an EV, but again, at least, no, let's just say the fuel impacts a lot of things: logistics, shipping, cost of commodities, and everything. If 20-30% of the new car buyers will shift to EVs, it's gonna bring down the demand of fuel, no? So we won't have to be affected by all of this
Dependent, yes.
geopolitical maggubat sa Middle East or something. The price will go up, inganana, no? So that's how I see it. That in the long run, and it's already tried and tested in many countries. China alone, more than 60% are using EVs, but eventually that's going to increase by the month. It's just that again, there are people who are still in the internal combustion engine, and they don't have they can't afford to replace it yet, no. But if you're in the market for a new car, I urge everyone to test drive a new energy vehicle. You'll see the difference. And again, it's not only I'm not selling a car to make money. I'm selling a car also to uplift people's life. You know, the motorists. You know, they will benefit. They will benefit, and it's gonna be a bigger scale for everyone, as mentioned on the fuel prices. What's more important here is you're selling peace of mind and the newest technology.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the newest
That's-
technology. I mean, the internal combustion engine is a 130-year-old technology, and what's wrong with a new technology? It's just like a cell phone, ba? You know, Nokia. People didn't want to shift to smartphones for a long time, but where is Nokia now? No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, last question for you, Ed. Kana bitong we talk about earlier sa support band. Kanay ako lang nabasahan sa internet kanang in other countries like Sweden man to, they have what you call e-roads.
Yeah, yeah.
Na kuan sa jig kanang you drive on the e-road and mo charge sa car.
Wireless
Wow.
charging. Yeah.
Kuya Wang good.
Of course, damgo pa na no kasi Pilipinas kay atong dan gali baong.
Layo pa ta because
it's good to dream upon it ba?
Yeah.
In the future, Ed ba?
Yeah, Norway, Sweden, 90+%. But even countries like Thailand, they already committed by 2030, 100% EV sila. There are many.
Wow.
In the country, in the Philippines, I believe our president committed to 2040, 50% EV. So it might fast track depending on the market as we continue to educate the market, and they'll see the benefits. So what's happening now? We've been operating for 1 year sa BYD, no? So we're just selling like a regular car dealer, but I'm proud to say we have so many brand ambassadors. It's our BYD customers. It's our electric vehicle customers who brings back their family and friends, and they're selling for us. Why? They must be happy. They must be experiencing the benefit and the comforts and the convenience of driving an electric vehicle.
Oh, that's the best assessment. Ang imong customers are your salesmen.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
That's the ultimate compliment, Ed, huh? Oh.
That's the best compliment. That's why I urge you guys to test drive, and if you know anyone with an electric vehicle, you ask them, because they're most of them say they're never going back, to that.
Okay.
The traditional cars.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Electric himself, Edward Onglatco, dakang salamat, Ed. I know this is the first time you've ever done this. You're actually live on you're on TikTok right now, on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course on 105.1 TMC. Just in case you just tuned in, this is Edward Onglatco, Mr. Electric. Please visit their showrooms and ask about the BYD and the other electric cars that they carry, and maybe you can even test drive one or some of them soon. Okay, if they want to get in touch with BYD, Ed, and maybe perhaps give them a call, maybe reserve a test drive or whatnot. Is there a website, a number that they can call on someone, Ed?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page.
Okay.
BYD Cebu.
Okay.
And they could send a direct message there, and somebody should get in touch with them. We have pages for our BYD, our Chang'an, Mercedes-Benz. We're talking of new energy vehicles, so I'll mention all the brands that we have, like new energy vehicles, like Wuling, Cebu.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have pages. Feel free to visit the page and then like and follow, and send us the direct message, and we will get in touch with you, and we can even arrange for an appointment. We can bring the unit to wherever you are for a test drive. Schedule lang, because usually our demo units are packed. No, we have walk-ins. We have to deal with walk-ins and appointments. But again, the best way to get to know and decide, to be able to decide and see the difference, is to experience it. So I invite everyone to test drive.
Okay, don't take our word for it. Don't take our word for it. Test drive one today. Daghang salamat, Sir Ed.
The experience is the best. Yeah.
I know you have
James, thank you,
you have dealerships to run and all of that stuff. You have so many things to do. Daghang salamat for allowing us to smuggle you for a few minutes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Edward
Thank you, Ed.
Onglatko.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jake, and
Thank you, Edward Onglatko. Daghang salamat. Very, very exciting conversation with Mr. Electric.